still missing one match.
Which
I
one?
think that I think and that was much awaited, and almost 6,000 fans watched it in the stadium.
Mm-hmm.
I think, and it's a bloody good match, and you should watch it.
Which one?
So, Ferencvaros versus Dynamo Kiev.
बताना फ्रेंच वारस का लाइनअप बताना तेरा क्या था?
I think Popov played.
कौन पोपॉव? गोरान पोपॉव?
Yeah, no, he played.
हाँ,
played
कौन
for-
कौन था गोरान पोपॉव?
नहीं नहीं
कोई था भी या मैंने ब्लफ किया है?
नहीं गोरान पोपोव नहीं है.
गोरान पोपॉव बहुत पहले ही जा चुका है क्योंकि
गोरान पोपोव उसमें है. एक पोपोव उसमें था, कीव में था. आई थिंक
आई थिंक वी आर कन्विंस्ड कि वो मैच ज़्यादा देखने लायक था नहीं, बट स्टिल लाइक
नहीं. Okay, let's just touch upon it.
okay,
Like-
sure, yeah, we can discuss. I think you can take over.
See, it was a typical, it was a quality match.
Okay.
So the match had that kind of quality, that Europa League quality. You didn't see that coming. Oh my god. One of the most noticeable things that you can see out of all of this was Marcel Lucescu, and he's managing
Dynamo Kiev.
Kiev now, and they've been champions.
Yeah.
And
Which is a very like Shakhtar fans के दिल पे लगी थी बात, because Shakhtar Donetsk and Dynamo Kiev are very head-to-head rivals,
Yeah.
kind of. So it's almost like
and if you see Lucescu's record, I think since 2005 or 2006 he has not lost since 2014. I think 14-15. Like for a solid
lost like
the league
league title.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
I think his record is incredible, and see, because we don't follow that much of that Eastern European kind of leagues, but I think he is one of the greatest of all time. If all these leagues are considered more.
Yeah, obviously. Like I think I'll tell you something like a थोड़ा self promotion है. Like back in 2012-13 या 13-14 maybe, जब वेंगर के फिर से उस टाइम पे जाने की बातें हो रही थी, like that time I don't know why मेरे दिमाग में ये था कि maybe Mircea Lucescu can be a very good short term successor for him.
Yeah, because my initial impression was, that Shakhtar side that used to play really well. And
Because मेरा भी यही point था कि one youngsters को बहुत promote करता है Mircea Lucescu.
yeah.
He has built like Shakhtar Donetsk को like where he has brought them and where they are right now, like foundations model जो उनका business model है, that they bring players from South America and everything, and a very attack minded team. And lastly जो एक मतलब उनके पास जो एक ये talent रहा है जो a lot of East European teams lack, is that ability to play in the continental football, to
Right,
play
right.
and they don't look intimidated,
Right.
because Zenit, CSKA Moscow, Lokomotiv Moscow, इनकी ये ग्रुप स्टेज के बाहर ही जा ही नहीं पाते हैं.
And
Shakhtar has always been one team where even if like you will take them seriously.
and see, my initial impression when I saw them, I think City को एक बार eliminate किया था क्या? If I'm not wrong, they eliminated City or one of the big clubs, I think, when they had all these Adrian Luiz and Douglas Costa, all these guys they had.
They had a very legendary run back then. उन्होंने रोमा को हराया था, फिर बारसा से ये लोग फंस गए थे, बारसा ने इनको हराया था.
नहीं
But who was the
I think कोई तो ऐसा maybe a one match upset or something that happened. But my initial impression of Lucescu is, I thought he was a South American guy.
No, he's a Romanian.
Yeah, he's Romanian. That I got to know later. But initially I thought he's a South American guy. He's bringing all his chacha ka ladka. No. Like he's bringing all these South American kids, and he's making a team in Ukraine out of all these South Americans. So I actually thought that he was some kind of Brazilian manager or Colombian manager, something like that. But when I looked at his record, I think he's hardly ever had for a manager, the win percentage, the kind of things that people look in retrospect.
Yeah.
So his win percentage, I think, has hardly ever been less than 62 something.
I don't know.
58,
Okay.
62 is the least that he's ever had.
Was that at Inter?
I'm not sure. I think
Fun fact. Do you know that this group stage is actually like the group that they are in is actually a master and apprentice reunion of sorts.
Yeah.
Like he gave Andrea Pirlo his debut.
Yeah, he played Brescia में खिलाया
Brescia
ना?
में खिलाया
Brescia में
था।
Serie A भी जीती थी उसने.
सीrie B जीती थी। वो हो गया।
And you remember what he said in the press conference?
What?
When they asked him the same thing that Pirlo is going to Pirlo is the manager against you and all these things. He's your opponent now. He's your rival. So he said that I can never look him as a rival. He'll always be the player I gave him his first cap. So very emotional, very poetic kind of guy. Because it was very refreshing that when someone
वैसा
says,
relation,
कि you can never see him as an opponent, as a rival. So
I mean, and here's the thing, even as a mentor, if you remember, like बहुत बार ये हुआ है कि they are not just buying ready-made players from Brazil.
right.
They are bringing these youngsters, nurture कर रहे हैं. And उसके अलावा भी if you remember एक दो वैसे odd flop, if you remember that guy बार्सिलोना में जो एक center back खेला था, Dimitro Cherginski or something like that. I think Cherginski ही था.
हाँ था तो पर मुझे
मतलब वो बहुत ही बुरा फ्लॉप हुआ था वो.
नहीं, but he never played as a starter तो कभी नहीं रहा होगा.
एक दो मैच खेला, मतलब वो वैसा वाले होते ना, आए और गए, वो उसका वही था. But yeah, regardless, तो like this guy has an excellent record as a mentor as well. And the best thing is कि even I remember who was it, Martin Tyler maybe. Martin Tyler said that this is a team of German silk and East European steel.
Wow.
And Martin Tyler being Martin Tyler, was like, wow, this is such a good description.
This is a team of Europeans. क्या?
East European steel and Brazilian silk and East European steel. I feel like उसको चांस मिलना चाहिए था. मतलब मैंने तो भाई उस टाइम में 13-14 में I used to think like Wenger का अच्छा एक
हाँ, he's the kind of roughly the same.
He
philosophy.
mirrors Wenger's in these way. And
roughly the same philosophy.
And very attack minded teams too. Like Shakhtar can fuck you up, bro. Even अभी भी देख लो, like although like अभी इनकी टीम वैसी नहीं है, but still you can see that blueprint. अभी भी उनके जो attackers हैं.
हाँ नहीं, see.
Tete है. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I watched Kiev play for a little while and you can see from the faces. I didn't check the lineup because obviously क्या पता कौन. That and I didn't see the ages, but these guys looked young and they all looked hungry to get to join the attack, get in all the action. So that is, I think, something that is going to be ever present. The philosophy stays kind of wherever he goes.
And I have noticed this particular thing कि unlike the central and the more Mediterranean or even like the western portion of the Europe, Eastern Europe में जितने भी ऐसे managers काफी आए हैं जो like who have stayed for a very long duration,
right,
and have managed to implement their own vision. जैसे early 90s में जो शेवचेंको वाली डिनामो कीव थी जो like चैंपियंस लीग फाइनल तक पहुंचे थे, शायद फाइनल या सेमीफाइनल तक मे बी.
हाँ that Alex Ferguson of
Dinamo Kiev. Yes, that guy.
I totally forgot his name.
Even I forgot his name, but like
one of the I've written about him. ऐसे कैसे हो सकता है?
So like वो हो गया. उसके पहले भी like there have been so many Russian Soviet Union coaches और these coaches जो कि आके जिनका आप देख सकते हो कि इनका blueprint है उस क्लब में और एक बहुत brief period के लिए like they have made waves about it.
So Valery Lobanovsky and Alex Ferguson independently developed this kind of 4-4-2 system because late 90s early 2000 kind of इस time पे the हाँ मतलब in 90s basically the 4-4-2 was one of the most overused formations. उसमें that one of the strikers would drop off and would create more. I think that is something which these guys independently developed.
Yeah, and like जो मतलब मैं पॉइंट कह रहा था कि like ईस्टर्न यूरोपियन टीम्स में ये कल्चर है, ये चीज़ अभी भी मुझे दिखती है, which I find refreshing. Yeah.
Kiev scored 4 against Barcelona in 1997 and 3 of them were from Shevchenko.
From Shevchenko, and I think above all, was it a home They scored 4 at camp now. Oh fuck! Like
Literal goosebumps.
by scoring.
And if I'm not wrong,
Hmm.
Mourinho was there in the coaching staff and he was looking at this, destruction of Barcelona.
Mhm.
I mean, wow. And, best of all, Lobanovsky, Lobanovsky is, credited as one of those coaches who has given something, much more than what he's achieved. उससे ज़्यादा भी उसने बहुत कुछ दिया. He has given that philosophy.
Mhm.
क्योंकि as I've already said ना कि Alex Ferguson and Lobanovsky, these guys have developed that kind of the modern 4-2-3-1 kind of more playmaker in the whole kind of tactical system.
Exactly.
So I think कह सकते हो like some of the more modern managers like kind of semi-modern now,
Hmm.
they all
And-
follow this path.
Exactly.
They
And
all
you know,
follow
it's
the
not just this, but like even USSR वाले टाइम में अगर like हम लोग थोड़ा और पीछे जाएं, USSR वाला टाइम हो गया, even like Hungarian Wonder team हो गई. Like they have been, I think, although Hungarian Wonder team was led by an Englishman, I think.
1954 no?
हाँ, I think कोई English coach था उनका.
I'm not sure, but that was England's first defeat in their home side.
At their home soil, yeah. But I mean, okay, I mean, maybe वहाँ थोड़ा anomaly है, but like what I meant to say is, like a lot of these Eastern European managers और इनका जो contribution रहा है, it goes, underrated. जैसे even one name that I wanted to suggest, इन्हें काफी off field है, Zdeněk Zeman.
Oh yes.
Like Zdeněk Zeman was complete antithesis of what Serie A was all about, especially back in prime 90s.
Yes. But I think he was kind of very careless as well.
हाँ मतलब बहुत ही केयरलेस अप्रोच ही था उसका कि बस अटैक बट लाइक व्हाट माय पॉइंट इज दैट यू लुक एट जैसे मतलब ऑल दीज मॉडर्न मैनेजर्स जहाँ उनके ऊपर इतना ज़्यादा दिस प्रेशर देयर इज दिस अबाउट देयर इज सो मच एम्फेसिस ऑन बैलेंस फाइंडिंग द बैलेंस देयर इज दिस गाय हु इज लाइक यू नो व्हाट मैं बच्चे होता आनूंगा एंड आई एम गोना अटैक आई एम गोना गेट लाइक अटैक टू द डेथ ऑफ इट तुम 5 मारो मैं 6 मारूंगा
तुम 5 मारो मैं 10 मारूंगा.
And they have done that, by the way.
I think yes.
They have done that. Like ये इंटर में क्या था ना, इंटर के शुरू के 2-3 मैच में ऐसा
I
कुछ
think
हुआ था. And their chairperson lost their shit.
I think
ये इंटर में भी गया है, रोमा भी गया है.
But Roma
इंटर में ये बस आया
and
और
he
फिर
was in
इसने
Brescia or some ऐसे छोटे से क्लब में था किसी.
ओके वो कौन सा क्लब है जिसका डॉल्फिन लोगो है? पेस्कारा,
Yeah, maybe Pescara.
जिसमें इंसिनिया वेराटी ये सब
हाँ,
वाली जनरेशन ना, आई थिंक पेस्कारा ही है, पेस्कारा है. तो आई थिंक it's maybe we as football fans don't really maybe recognize or realize that how even this Eastern European section has been contributing towards football. Maybe
Yes.
just and maybe here's another theory behind this. I mean हो सकता है गलत हो, because compared to what Eastern and the Western Europe is, अगर एक बहुत clear line बनाए,
हाँ.
majority of paisa is in Western Europe. Majority of that glamour, that fashion, everybody wants to be in Madrid, everybody wants to be in Manchester, everybody wants to go to London. Like वो सारा पैसा, fashion, वो everything is like glamour is there.
Yeah.
Eastern European on the other hand is much more एकदम
Much more. I think
maybe वहाँ
quieter. Generally, like
generally quieter and in a
from
way
all
कि
these things.
maybe आज Eastern European में जो football का craze है, maybe it is 40 to 50 years behind than Western in a way कि जैसे 70s और 80s में जैसे फुटबॉल था कि लाइक प्लेयर्स आर पॉपुलर बट लाइक इतना बड़ा नहीं है जितना अभी हो.
यार
लाइक नाउ
मुझे
द
ऐसा
सो
लगता
मच
है कि-
मनी इज इन्वॉल्वड कि
हाँ,
लाइक
see, money is a different thing because you cannot. मतलब I am not ready to accept this fact कि they are behind in some sense. I don't think so because मतलब इतने players जो हैं वो आ ही रहे हैं मतलब from these small teams, be it Bulgaria, be it Hungary, like even when I'm saying names, you can from the top of your head can remember some of the star players.
Exactly,
Maybe
yeah.
now, maybe all these little teams, Slovenia, Slovakia, all these Balkan states. So it's not like obviously they're not mass producing it because they're very small in population and area wise, and that is one of the factors. But what they have is some of the best that the world has seen.
yeah
See, so you can't blame it on them because they are to their extent. See, Iceland, the way they played and all those things. Okay? And even now the Iceland हो गया, Norway हो गया. They're producing some really good talents, no?
Yeah. And you know, I think, you know, a lot of times, जैसे तुमने बोला ना कि you can, off the top of your head, you can remember these players. I think a lot of times that, like, how बहुत सारे ऐसी कंट्रीज में, मतलब इन छोटे कंट्रीज में कुछ कुछ ऐसे जो स्टेबिलिटी है वहाँ पे, although again इन छोटी कंट्रीज में बहुत सारे अनस्टेबिलिटी वाले फैक्टर्स भी हैं, like
हाँ, there are like
फाइनेंशियल इश्यूज उनके बहुत ज़्यादा ग्रेव होते हैं.
Serbia, Croatia, and
एग्जैक्टली या उनके फाइनेंशियल सिचुएशंस और ज़्यादा अनस्टेबल हैं, बट लाइक स्टिल वहाँ पे अभी भी ऐसे कोचेस मौजूद हैं जो लाइक यू नो हैव बीन स्टेड दैट क्लब फॉर लाइक 7 years or 8 years, जो कि लाइक वेस्टर्न फुटबॉल में इज लाइक अनथिंकेबल राइट नाउ. वी कांट, आई कांट नेम अ मैनेजर हु हैज स्टेड फॉर 7 years राइट नाउ. देयर इजंट. एडी हाउ वाज वन. एडी हाउ एट बॉर्नमथ वाज वन. ही इज सैक्ड. देयर इज नो वन एल्स इन माय ओपिनियन. तो
अभी तक आई थिंक मतलब टॉप फ्लाइट और टॉप 5 टॉप 10 ऑफ दी मतलब लीग के भी टॉप 5 लीग के जो
के सेकंड डिवीजन भी अगर ढूंढो तो जल्दी कोई
बहुत
नहीं
मुश्किल है, बहुत मुश्किल है.
बट इन क्लब्स, इन इस रीजन के क्लब्स में ऐसे मैनेजर्स अभी भी मौजूद हैं रिगार्डलेस ऑफ व्हाट देयर क्वालिटी इज. तो यू नो कई बार ये होता है दैट इफ यू आर अ यंग टैलेंट एंड यू नो यू आर लुकिंग फॉर अ प्लेटफॉर्म टू नर्चर, these stabilizing factors also act as a you know very good ecosystem to develop that talent.
And you know teams like you know Dinamo Kiev, Dinamo Zagreb, you know which constantly produce some genuinely good talents. I think it does not harm if you know you have you know players staying there for a bit longer. I was reading this, I think in mid 19th centuries or thoda earlier, maybe 1920s and 30s mein Austria and all these places, maybe Prague and all these places used to be the hub of football.
Yeah, exactly.
And I read this, I think, in Inverting the Pyramid, where he says that not only players, that actually he talks about coffee houses, and there he says so journalists, football enthusiasts in general, and even sometimes players, they'll all mingle in group and they'll talk just like us, you know, tactics, all those things, play him, play that, yeah, all those things. वही कह सकते हो कि मतलब we've lost that kind of thing, that because already इतना hype है players का, इतना they've brand value now and they have
exactly like
third party you know involvements की you can't just you know two parties can't even deal and agree with each other anymore. You have to get these, and see I think players still want to be with the fans. Players still want to you know तुमने देखा होगा कई बार कि they sing the chants मतलब और when they even remember Dortmund versus PSG. So even मतलब ये है last year, right? So last year when this happened and obviously first leg के बाद when they defeated Borussia Dortmund का team, PSG when PSG defeated Dortmund, so they celebrated with the fan even with the COVID scare going on. And Di Maria वगैरह they were with the ultras celebrating. So I think these guys, but अभी क्या कर सकते हैं मतलब there's so much of you know disparity.
Exactly.
But I think that thing that Eastern Europeans, I think we have lost that. It used to be a hub of football. I think genuine football. But we've lost that.
So
I think that's it. That's a wrap.
Yep. Thank you guys for listening. My name is Anurag, and
I am Siddhant. Yes.
And this is.
We don't know. We genuinely don't know. We're looking for a name, but whatever is on the logo, probably that's the name. So on the logo.
Yes. Follow us on SoundCloud. We are also on Podbean. That's it. Yeah.